Hey guys, welcome back. So today is May 3rd, 2018, and it is currently 8:37 p.m. And so I'm here to talk about my senior capstone and the process I had throughout and the steps that I had to take in order to get where I am today. And so just to refresh your memory, my capstone is called Senior Adopt a Senior, which is basically a senior from high school adopts a senior citizen in a living or nursing home. And so the problem that I saw throughout our community is that some senior citizens are easily forgotten about, and they feel like they're isolated from everyone else in the community. And so three main things that I saw that we could do is give time to get to know an elderly. Like, this doesn't necessarily mean that we have to go to a nursing home in order to give time to an elderly. For example, if we see an elder out in public and we see them by themselves, maybe eating or something, like, we don't be too pushy about it, but we could go introduce ourselves, have a conversation, and if they seem interested, like, continue with the conversation. And the second main point is that we could volunteer an hour a day, or maybe even a day out of the week. We don't really have to go every day at a nursing home, where we could do activities and do things that they like to do there. And the last thing is that I noticed is that they take donations like I don't know, they appreciate it so much. And so senior isolation can cause 4 mental and physical illnesses, and the first one is depression, and it's one of the biggest factors that comes from isolation. The second one is social anxiety. It's anxiety of being alone outdoors. Since they're always alone indoors, they feel like once they go out, they're going to be alone outdoors as well, and not be accepted for who they are. The third one is addiction. They'll find something that cures isolation. So maybe it'll be like, I don't want it to be bad, but I guess we could use drugs, Medicine can cure, like, headaches, right? So they'll find something else that cures their isolation. And so the next thing is hoarding. They hold on to memories, old memories, or they'll hold on to things that make them heal the isolation for that moment. So they'll keep getting things and they'll keep putting it away because they don't want to get rid of it. And so I did a survey, and 4 of my questions were, one of them was, do you ever see yourself putting your parents or grandparents in the senior living home? 0% said strongly agree. About 11% said agree. About 16% said neither agree or disagree. 29% said disagree. And 47% said strongly agree. My second question was, would you volunteer your time in a senior home? 85% said yes, and 16% said no. My third question was, have you ever helped a senior citizen that you seen was having trouble? 95% said yes, and 5% said no. Do you believe senior care is important? 70% said strongly agree, 31% said agree, and 0% said disagree. So with this data, I see that a lot of people do care about senior citizens. And so this shouldn't be a problem in our community if that many people see that they see this problem, and they agree that senior care really is important. And so what I got out of this capstone is that one day we'll be there, and we wouldn't want to feel the way that they feel. We wouldn't want to be isolated from the community that we once grew up in. And so in my last video I mentioned that I was volunteering at Meridian of Riverside, and I did, but mainly the only things that I was able to do was go to their room and ask them if they needed anything, and I wasn't allowed to take any pictures, so I won't have any evidence of the elders that I worked with until Saturday, because I'm going to volunteer at Post Care Community Center. So at that facility I'll be able to take pictures and videos of what I'm doing, and that'll be included in my presentation.